Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the graduates of the faculties of Arts, Education, Law and the Queensland College of Arts. In a few moments the ceremony will commence. The staff and dais parties will enter. When the music begins, I will signal to you to stand and remain standing while all of the staged parties are seated. May I take this opportunity to request that you turn off all mobile phones and pages, and may I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited within the auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, the Acting Chancellor, Mr. Henry Smerdon, will now address us.
Associate Professor Margaret Sears, Professor Glyn Davis, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Griffith University Council, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. It is the custom for Griffith University and its guests to gather and celebrate the conferral of academic awards on its graduates. On behalf of the Council of the University, I am pleased to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present for this graduation ceremony. This occasion is particularly special for our students, who this evening are graduating from the faculties of Arts, Education and Law, and from the Queensland College of Art. In the presence of family, friends, and representatives from the entire university community, their dedication and hard work are recognised and rewarded. I am also privileged to extend a warm welcome this evening to Associate Professor Margaret Sears, who is Pro Vice-Chancellor Community and Development within the University of Western Australia and has just completed a 4-year term as Chair of the Australia Council. I am very pleased that Professor Sears has accepted our invitation to deliver this evening's occasional address. In recent times, higher education has been the subject of at times heated discussion and debate. While the discussion and debate generally acknowledges the importance of higher education to Australia's prosperity, the character of the modern sector, and in particular the range of university activities and capabilities, as well as the diversity of their purposes and their needs, is not always acknowledged by our policy makers. Too often, we seem to be faced with a one-size-fits-all syndrome, rather than taking appropriate account of newer, faster-growing institutions such as Griffith. The recent changes to the arrangements governing research higher degrees has been a case in point. If Australia is to secure a strong, viable place for itself in the new global economy, the reality is that it must have in place policy frameworks and funding regimes which are supportive of higher education aspirations and outcomes, and which recognises the diversity in the sector. However, it is fair to say that much has been achieved in the past 20 years. The Australian higher education sector has transformed from a somewhat elite to a much more egalitarian system. The numbers of universities and students have nearly doubled, and the sector has developed as a strongly performing export industry. Furthermore, close linkages have been developed between universities, industry and the community, which have played an important part in facilitating the rapid expansion of the sector. While we have much to be proud of, unfortunately, Australia still has some way to go to match some other OECD countries which consider public outlays on higher education sectors that are broadly based and accessible to be a critical investment in their human capital. If we are to continue to grow and prosper as a nation, in my view, we must dismiss any notion that higher education outlays are a burdensome budget expense. The investment in higher education must be made, not just for our future, but the future of generations to come. This view is shared by such eminent persons as Rupert Murdoch and Ian Macfarlane, Governor of the Reserve Bank, who have both commented on the national importance of a well-funded and functioning university sector. Mr. Murdoch has gone so far as to warn that without urgent support for our centres of learning, Australia is threatened with global irrelevance. I sincerely hope that as he proceeds with his announced review of higher education, Federal Education Minister Dr. Brendan Nelson comes to appreciate how much has been achieved in the past 20 years, and with adequate support, what can be achieved by institutions such as Griffith. Let me hasten to add, though, that the investment in higher education must come not just from government, but from business and the community as well. For our part, we believe that Griffith has an important role to play in shaping the future and is committed to the enrichment of the Queensland, Australian and international communities through teaching and research. In keeping with this belief, Griffith is a strong supporter of the Queensland Government's Smart State initiatives and the Gold Coast City Council's Innovation City strategy. In less than 30 years, our university has grown from being one of the smallest public universities into a multi-campus, learner-centred research institution spanning the Brisbane Gold Coast region. Our university is currently the 9th largest Australian university, with approximately 26,000 students, and growing. Griffith is poised to establish itself among the top 10 research institutions in Australia. It hosts some 50 research units and ranks 8th nationally for research income from industry. Moreover, Griffith is one of the most active universities in the Cooperative Research Centre program, being a participant in 11 of these centres. As a teaching institution, Griffith aspires to prepare graduates committed to civic responsibility, who are professionally able and who combine technical knowledge with broad skills in analysis, problem-solving, communication and teamwork. Our university was founded on innovative teaching methods and has maintained a strong commitment to innovation and creativity. Visit one of the 11 flexible learning centres in operation across the university and you can see how Griffith's innovative web-based course material enriches our traditional face-to-face teaching. Ultimately, Griffith plans to have 13 such centres operating across its campuses and with all of its courses available in flexible mode. Griffith is also firmly committed to equity and social justice. Two of our campuses, Logan and here at the Gold Coast, are located in areas that historically have had very poor levels of access to universities. Indeed, the Gold Coast continues to be disadvantaged by an allocation of publicly funded student places that is unacceptably below national averages. Griffith thus has taken and will continue to take a leading role in lobbying the federal government to redress this acknowledged imbalance. It is a case that our Vice-Chancellor no doubt reinforced with the Federal Minister, Dr. Nelson, during his visit to the Gold Coast campus earlier in the week. Griffith has an international approach to education and one of the most extensive networks of international linkages in Australia. Our international student population, at close to 4,000, is one of the largest in Queensland and one of the 10 largest in Australia. Not surprisingly, Griffith has won consecutive Premier of Queensland awards for export excellence in the category of education. I am confident that you will be as impressed as I am with the achievements of our faculties represented this evening. 4 members of the Faculty of Arts have received national and international recognition as leading scholars. Professor Charles Sanford, Director of the Key Centre for Ethics, Law, Justice and Governance, has been appointed to the US-based Task Force for Responding to Threats to Democracy. Professor Richard Yao from the School of Humanities was last year awarded an ARC Professorial Fellowship and has been appointed a Visiting Fellow at Harvard University. Richard will take up this position in the first term of 2003. His colleague, Anna Haybeck, was also awarded an ARC Fellowship and has been nominated for several national awards for her book, Broken Circles, Fragmenting Indigenous Families 1800 to 2000. We also congratulate Christina Poyatis-Martis from the School of Languages and Linguistics, who was runner-up in the Humanities category of the 2001 Australian Awards for University Teaching. The Faculty of Education continues to creatively contribute to the training of teachers and in educational research. Last year, the faculty hosted at the Mount Gravatt campus the Senate Education Committee's Brisbane hearings into the education of gifted and talented children. It has also designed, in affiliation with Education Queensland, the Graduate Certificate in Small Schools Management to enhance the management skills of the principals of small schools in rural and regional Queensland. Participants undertake a program of personalised learning through web-based and traditional media. The research into the creative arts, which the faculty is also currently engaged in, is something in which we at Griffith take a great deal of pride. We realise that creative arts play an important role in knowledge formation and innovation, and hence the importance of nurturing these talents in our young. The Faculty of Education has attracted a $50,000 ARC grant to identify the qualities of artistic knowledge and investigate the use of digital technologies in arts assessment. The Faculty of Law is one of Griffith's flagships, and this year marks the 10th anniversary of the enrolment of the first cohort of students. Our students and the community have greatly benefited from opportunities the Faculty of Law, in collaboration with the legal profession, has provided for practical experience. Take, for example, the Caxton Legal Centre, which is funded by the Federal Attorney General's Department, or the newly established Project Innocence, in collaboration with NICE lawyers on the Gold Coast, where students using DNA evidence have already helped to release a man who was wrongfully convicted. The Clinic for Rural and Remote Communities is an innovative collaboration with Open Learning Queensland, enabling students through the use of smart screen technology to provide legal advice to residents of remote and rural communities. Our graduating law students are members of an alumni that holds the national record in winning 3 successive Australian client interviewing competitions. Furthermore, they enjoy excellent employment prospects, with over 95% gaining employment within 3 months of graduation. It is little wonder that they rate their university experience very highly. Indeed, the law school regularly places in the top 3 nationally in student satisfaction surveys. I'm also pleased to report that the Queensland College of Art has moved quite smoothly into its new permanent campus adjacent to the Queensland Conservatorium on Brisbane's South Bank. However, the achievements of our students and staff are perhaps even more impressive than the college's new facilities. QCA graduates Annie Hogan and Astra Howard were among 8 people nationwide to win prestigious Anne and Gordon Samstag International Visual Arts Scholarships for overseas study. Tanya Grant, a graduate film director, was joint winner of the Best Film by Audience Vote Award at New York University's International Film School Festival for her short drama, Ballet Shoelaces. Two other students, Francesca Chip and Rosalind Bobage, were one of only 2 Australian entries in the new products category of the Opus Eyewear Design Competition. Their sunglass design will be the only design from the competition to be manufactured commercially. One of this year's graduating students, Rhonda Collard, has been awarded the Linda Buxton Memorial Shield for students who have achieved good results in very difficult circumstances. QCA's Provost and Director, Professor Mostyn Bramley Moore, is one of the coordinators for the Transit Narratives exhibition, which has been on display in Italy, Victoria, Tasmania, and at the QCA Gallery. This exhibition is in collaboration between the QCA, the Victorian College of the Arts, the Tasmanian School of Art, Curtin University of Technology School of Art, and the Italian Institute of Culture, Melbourne. Mostyn's solo exhibition, Tuesdays and Thursdays, ran for 2 months in the Brisbane City Gallery to much critical acclaim. Sebastian de Moro won the Centenario Federation Wallaris Sculpture Prize for Snare Shimmer Suite and has been commissioned by developers Urban Properties and Consolidated Properties to create sculptures for their new office building in Eagle Street. Sebastian will be assisted by students Simone Eisler and Brad Nunn in this project. QCA's Deputy Director of Research, Keith Bradbury, is the coordinator of the 5-year Backer Burke project, producing still photographs and a computer-animated film to promote the Burke community. Sam de Moro has been appointed coordinator of the Ulysses Link Community Art Project to develop a precinct connecting the coastal communities between Garners Beach and South Mission Beach. He's being assisted by 13 local artists. Sam has also been commissioned as artist and creative director for the Childers Palace Hotel and Backpackers Memorial to the young people who so tragically died in the fire in June 2000. But while it is well to single out particular persons for special mention, perhaps our best and longest lasting contributions to our society are all these outstanding individuals sitting here with us this evening. To our graduating students, may I say that now your studies are completed, you are joining an elite group. The percentage of the Australian population who possess tertiary qualifications is not large. As members of this group, you can have reasonable expectations for better career opportunities and rewards. However, the road will not always be easy, and there are no guarantees of outcomes. For many of you, tonight is another step in what will be a lifetime of continuous learning and development. The benefits of a good education are well documented. It enables us to realise our potential as individuals, as members of our families and community, and in our chosen careers. At the same time, education also brings a particular responsibility to work for a better world, to be sensitive and responsive to issues of social justice, and to be competent, ethical and hard-working professionals in whatever field of endeavour we choose for ourselves. I commend you on the achievements which already signify your personal determination, energy, and the ability to make differences in your lives. However, it does take more than determination to succeed. The building blocks provided by this university and the partnerships we have forged with you to this point are important, but the support of your family and friends should never be underestimated. It is true that change is inevitable. Time, your career, and the people in your lives will all make some contribution to this change process. Change is an opportunity for growth and learning and to discover diverse aspects of the human condition. I hope that, added to the wonderful knowledge you already possess, these experiences will nurture tolerance and understanding. My final hope for all graduates is that your years of preparation to reach this point will be the impetus for much more work and study that will reward you with many years of happiness and fulfilment. I hope that in this process of continuous learning, you will always give back to the world in keeping with the education and opportunities afforded you. As we continue with this evening's proceedings, I would again express my very warm congratulations to each one of you and extend to you our best wishes for your lives ahead. I now call upon the Deans to present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Acting Chancellor, Professor David Moss, Dean of the Faculty of Arts.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Arts who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Arts, Damien Aldred. Jodie Ball. Brendan Bowen. Andrew Davis. Deborah Douglas Berger. Leanne Forrest. Sophie Forsyth. Lauren Green. Sarah Isakan. Beryl Costa. Seb Kowalski. Catherine Maylett. Jason Oxenbridge. Michelle Torrance. Donna Truscott. Renee Watts. Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Lee Cox. Carol Mariano. Bachelor of Arts with Second Class Honours, Division A, Huda Granfar. Ronald Stefan. Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Richard Johnson. Bachelor of Arts in Japanese, Kendall Haverland. Tina Purcell. Scott Sustenance. Bachelor of Communication, Janet Allen. Julia Ashwood. Bronwyn Bowes. Alina Burdett. Amy Chamberlain. Michele Costello. Ju Dean. Kate Esau. Marley Geisen. Raquel Hall. Alicia Halliwell. Anna Hansen. Victoria Coton. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been awarded the Communication Medal for 2001 for the most outstanding academic achievement in a bachelor's degree. Anne Lane. Jennifer Langford. Lisa Madison. Alana Myers. Natasha Petronievich. Catherine Ross. Cassidy Southern. Kylie Taylor. Heidi Tessarolo. Michelle Tucker. Soraya Vinodolac. Bianca Wright. Bachelor of Creative Arts. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been awarded the Creative Arts Medal for 2001 for the most outstanding academic achievement in a bachelor's degree. Sarah Dennis. Chantel Edwards. Tyson McMillan. Amanda Jane Sawyers. Lisa Skembry. Amelia Jane Taylor. Alexei Wächter. Graduate Certificate in Higher Education, Juliet Goldman. Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication, Dawn Chin. Bachelor of Arts, Angus Wilkie. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Neil Dempster, Dean of the Faculty of Education.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Education who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Arts, Michelle Thomas. Bachelor of Education Primary, Debbie Adams. Kate Alexander. Rachel Alexander. Louise Andrew. Lucy Antcliffe. Veronica Bouquet. Cherie Caldi. Julia Christian. Melissa Christie. David Clancy. Philip Clapp. Cherie Coates. Nina Cross. Glenn Cuff. Jerushka Davies. Ben Edmonds. Heath Ellis. Brooke Feckner. Lisa Files. Antonia Florio. Janet Foley. Renee Foote. Catherine Francesi. Lee Fuller. Paula Gaudron. Sarah Glossop. Lynn Goldfinch. Joanne Greer. Helen Hall. Randall Hall. Louise Hausler. Lee Herring. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has also been awarded the Graduate Certificate in Behavioural Management. Rebecca Hockinson. Brioni Hollett. Amber Hughes. Jamie Irwin. Christine Johnson. Mark Johnson. Bernadette Jones. Karen Carney. Camille Knox. Sky Liesel. Lucinda Litchfield. Tony Madison. Tryphena Matheson. Brioni MacArthur. Jane Merritt. Rochelle Minahan. Charlotte Mary Morgan. Lindell Morris. Amanda Morton. Sophie Myerscope. Kelly Nairn. Fiona Michelle Nichols. Reese Noy. Bridget O'Donnell. Beth O'Dowd. Christine Au. Vicky Packman. Susan Patterson. Stephen Perry. Karen Priest. Sue Rawlings. Melanie Riley. Melanie Renshaw. Alexandra Rezkov. Rhonda Rodgie. Marilyn Ross. Susan Rowe. Dwayne Saul. Melinda Scott. Brenda Sears. Charlotte Shorey. Nicole Skelly. Narelle Smithers. Cameron Suter. Alison Thompson. Jaya Tonkin. Jenna Louise Towers. Belinda Underwood. Frances Ward. Amanda Welch. Nikki Williams. Jessica Wilmot. Lorna Wilson. Bridget Woodman. Marie Wright. Corinne Ziff. Bachelor of Education with First Class Honours. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been awarded the Education Medal for 2001 for the most outstanding academic achievement in a bachelor's degree. Carolyn Rotolo. Bachelor of Education with Second Class Honours Division A, Jason Eggins. Fiona Mount. Graduate Certificate in the Teaching of English to Speakers of Other Languages, Ellie Berg. Graduate Diploma of Education Studies. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been also awarded the Bachelor of Education Primary, Penelope Jorgensen. Master of Education Studies, Catherine Abrahams. Tony Bresson. Carolyn Daniel. Helen Joan Huschler. Angie Kerr. Liz Langford. Megan Lawson. Thomas McDonald. Kathy Pfingst. Acting Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded in recognition of academic excellence to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with first-class honours. Acting Chancellor, I am pleased to present a graduate from the Faculty of Education who has been granted the 2001 University Medal, Carolyn Waterlow. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Education.
Acting Chancellor, Associate Professor Michael Wincop, Acting Dean of the Faculty of Law.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Law who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours, Division B, Bachelor of Arts, Japanese Studies, Marty Campbell. Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Arts, Law and Psychology, Anissa Lodwick. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours, Division B, Bachelor of Arts, Law and Psychology, Jodie Allen. Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Business, Law, Accounting and Organisations, Carrie Derrick. Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Business, Law, Accounting and Organisations. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been awarded the Law Medal for 2001 for the most outstanding academic achievement in a bachelor's degree, Craig Cameron. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours, Division A, Bachelor of Business, Law, Accounting and Organisations, Anton Levin. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours, Division B, Bachelor of Business, Law, Accounting and Organisations, Sharon Hayes. Chris Leary. Desiree St. John. Acting Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded in recognition of academic excellence to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree at the university and a degree with first-class honours. Acting Chancellor, I am pleased to present a graduate from the Faculty of Law who has been granted the 2001 University Medal, Craig Cameron. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Law.
Acting Chancellor Professor Mostyn Bramley-Moore, Provost and Director of the Queensland College of Arts.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Queensland College of Art who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Design Studies, Amanda Bertoldi. Claire Brown. Francesca Chip. Abigail Ham. Simon Knox. Kylie Leverett. Brandon Lim. Lisa Maguire. Timothy Stringfellow. James Weeding. Tracy Wilcox. Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Art, Linda Alt. Matthew Gooley. Jade Grant. Mari Hirata. Mary McKimmie. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been awarded the Fine Art Medal for 2001 for the most outstanding academic achievement in a bachelor's degree. Lucienne Ricard. Jonathan Wright. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Queensland College of Art.
There will now be a brief musical interlude performed by Precious Metal, who are students from the Queensland Conservatorium, Griffith University.
One of the great advantages of having the Conservatorium of Music within the Griffith family is that they're able to provide seemingly countless, extremely talented musicians to provide some musical interludes for us, and I think it was extremely well done. Well done. I would now like to call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Glyn Davis, to introduce our guest speaker for this evening.
Acting Chancellor, Associate Professor Margaret Sears has served on several arts bodies of state and national importance, including a recent 4-year term as Chair of the Australia Council, the federal government's premier arts funding and advisory agency. Margaret is a musicologist with a special interest in 18th century harpsichord music. She was Dean of the School of Music in the University of Western Australia before taking up a 2-year secondment in 1995 as Chief Executive Officer of the West Australian Department for the Arts. During this important 2 years, Margaret was a member of the boards of the West Australian Museum, the Art Gallery of West Australia and the Perth Theatre Trust. Margaret was also a member of the Advisory Board of the West Australian Symphony Orchestra and of the Board of Opera Australia. She's a former Director of the Australian Business Arts Foundation. Associate Professor Sears is a member of the Australian International Cultural Council and shortly will join the board of the Australia-Japan Foundation. Margaret is a Fellow of the Australian Institute of Company Directors and Director of the Australian Foundation for Culture and the Humanities. She is a member of the board of the National Portrait Gallery in Canberra and was recently appointed Chair of the ABC's new Arts Advisory Committee. Margaret is also due to take up a position on the board of Screen West, West Australia's film support agency. Margaret is currently Pro-Vice-Chancellor Community and Development at the University of Western Australia and has recently been appointed a member of 2 Australian Research Council's peer review committees, one as Chair. Acting Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to call upon Associate Professor Margaret Sears to deliver this evening's occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, distinguished guests and graduates in particular. We actually have 2 groups of people to congratulate in the room tonight, and I will address my remarks to the graduates shortly. But I'd like to congratulate all the others who are here, because you will all be family and friends who've seen people through to this culminating occasion this evening. As a recently graduated parent and as somebody whose partner is finalising a PhD, I'm very well aware of the stresses and strains that sometimes this can cause in a household. So congratulations to you too. Well done. Now to our graduating students. Now that you have graduated, you'll be facing one of the biggest choices of your life, and that is the career path or paths that you wish to follow and the way in which you plan to pursue that path. You're in an exciting and daunting position of looking at a blank page in your life's journal and planning how to fill it. This responsibility may seem quite awesome for you now. After all, for those of you who are very new graduates, you will have had parents deciding on issues such as kindergartens and schools. You will have had prescribed courses of study in high school and even more prescribed courses of study at university. But now, at the end of your degree, things are different. This is what I mean by the blank page which you now face. Think of the myriad career choices which are open to you and you alone. And I say you alone because no one else has your unique combination of course of study, course experience, family background and personality traits. Look at what people with arts, communication, education, law, fine arts, design degrees are doing all around the country, all around the world. Some work as expected in the arts, in teaching, in the legal profession as journalists and designers. Some are writers, some are public servants and diplomats. Others again will be in business, big or small. Some may be running one of the few surviving .com companies, as is a BA graduate from UWA who majored in the unlikely subject for a .com company of philosophy. Some will be politicians. Indeed, if you scan the ranks of the federal cabinet, you might be tempted to invent some new lawyer jokes, such as the high percentage of lawyers in the cabinet. And some graduates from our disciplines tonight are travelling endlessly, while others are staying put, simply smelling the daisies and enjoying it. This great diversity of directions suggests that there is every possibility that the choices you will make now are more than just about your career, or perhaps I should say careers, because as you are probably aware, most social analysts suggest that people in the emerging workforce will change jobs at least 5 times in the course of a working lifetime. Furthermore, the whole concept of a regular place of employment and the notion of jobs for life is rapidly disappearing. Instead, the notion of the freelance worker with a portfolio of skills to offer is rapidly replacing it. This emerging freelance worker is intertwined with the fact that too few people in our society are spending too many hours at work, while too many people have no work to do. Oscar Wilde had something particularly Oscar Wildish to say on this subject when he wrote, "We live in the age of the overworked and the undereducated, the age in which people are so industrious that they become absolutely stupid." Now, leaving aside the typical Wilde tone, he was identifying something early in the 20th century, which has become a major issue at the century's end, this imbalance in the labour market. Something is out of kilter and changes are virtually inevitable. So too is the fact that retirement as we know it is becoming a relic of the past era of fixed jobs and fixed retirement dates. Instead, people will more likely shift roles as they grow older, sometimes paid and sometimes not, but more often than not with considerable personal fulfilment. A recent report by the Economist Intelligence Unit and Anderson Consulting, I should probably have left the latter off, has looked at the nature of work as we go into the 21st century and has described this new type of worker as a knowledge worker. The report goes on to stress that improvisation and creativity will be essential characteristics of the knowledge worker, and that risk-taking, initiative and innovation are going to be crucial for the post-industrial society which we are rapidly becoming. The employer today is less interested in graduates with a fixed knowledge base and more in those whose education has encouraged them to develop strong analytical and research skills together with creativity and communication skills that are seen as synonymous with the knowledge economy. So, as you ponder your blank page and you ponder a life without jobs for life and a life without fixed retirement, you're fortunate to be in a position now to decide what type of life you want to live, what you want for yourself, and what you can give back to your community. And it seems that the new work environment is indeed one where people are making career choices based upon a desired lifestyle, rather than the other way around as it used to be the case. To some distress to some parents, I must add, when a recent colleague told me of his son, who's a very eminent graduate in computer technology, has decided that his lifestyle means following Latin dance festivals around the world, and he works in computer technology in the places where the festivals occur. This is the new lifestyle for some people. So, how can you imbue your life and your environment with those qualities of improvisation and creativity which I referred to earlier, so that you can succeed in your chosen career paths in the 21st century? How can you ensure that education, as the Acting Chancellor has said, will be a lifelong process, rather than something you just did between ages 5 and 21 or 22? And how can you ensure that your life has the desired balance of work and other that has eluded too many people in the past? Where in our society can you easily find access to environments in which you can readily experience and develop those qualities of creativity and innovation? Well, in a number of places, but to my mind, foremost are 2 interlinked communities, one the academic community and the other is the arts community, both of which are areas I've had the opportunity of observing for many years now. So if I were in your position, starting out at such a crucial time, I'd be looking very seriously at how I could make both the intellectual and creative energy of the arts and of a university part of my future life. I'm assuming that those of you who have graduated from the visual arts and design and those from the conservatorium and other graduation ceremonies will be compelled to be involved in the arts by the same impulse that led you to study those courses in the first place. But for others, it is not an automatic consideration. For those in law in particular, the issue of balance in work, life is going to be a crucial one. For those in education, lifelong learning as an embedded part of your life is crucial both for you and for those who will feel your influence. In advocating for you to involve yourselves in the arts, it's important to remember that the arts are not just about going to the opera and the theatre. I personally enjoy opera enormously, but there are many who don't, and who echo the thoughts of writer James Stephens, who said, "Sleep is an excellent way of listening to an opera." Even some musicians have problems with opera. Take the great music critic Ernest Newman, who said, "I sometimes wonder which would be nicer, an opera without an interval or an interval without an opera." So if opera's not your thing, don't dismiss the rest of the arts in the process. The arts is also about reading good books which stimulate and challenge your thinking. It's about making aesthetic judgments about artworks and pottery which you'd like around you in your home. It's about going to the theatre and sometimes hating a play and working out why you didn't like it. It's about all types of music and the buzz that music can give you. As something that stimulates the soul, music can also provide great provocation for the mind. It seems to embody the phrase, "one man's meat or one person's meat is another person's poison." There's a joke, for example, that runs around classical musicians, which runs, "What is the definition of a good musician? Someone who can play the saxophone but doesn't." Now, if there are any saxophonists in the audience, we just substitute the viola instead. And one of those subsets of music, jazz, has had perhaps more than its fair share of criticism. Perhaps the most extraordinary being a poster plastered around Moscow during the Stalinist era, which proclaimed, "Today you play jazz, tomorrow you will betray your country." So debates about music, about the theatre, about movies, about works of art, all of these involve critical judgment, creative reaction, and sometimes new reactions and responses. All of this sensitises us and helps us move into the zone of the innovative and creative thinker in the 21st century. And what about the university environment, which I mentioned? You are now part of the convocation of this university, part of the family, so to speak. You have a ready passport and a ready welcome to come back any time you like. You could come down and do some continuing education courses in some subjects you might never have studied before, in faculties or on campuses you've never visited before. You could join an association or a sports club. And you could keep in touch with the fine performing and visual arts productions that are part of the course here at the Gold Coast and at the Conservatorium. In doing these things, you also embrace a sense of community, which a campus such as this one embodies. The whole concept of a community is one which is changing rapidly and which many believe is under threat in an age when we can do virtually everything from the confines of our homes. And it will probably not be until we regain a sense of community and the values which this brings that some of the negatives which are too apparent in our society today will begin to recede. We hear a lot about the me generation. In this context, and in many respects, it's down to your generation of workers to bring about the change to a more community-focused society. Just remember, the jury is still out at one of the great Spike Milligan's more memorable comments where he said, "Money can't buy you happiness, but it does bring you a more pleasant form of misery." So in choosing wisely, not so much the job which you will have, but the life you will have and the values by which you will live, you will take your place as one of the leaders in our community. And don't be disheartened. In my first year out of university, after finishing my master's degree in musicology, which of course is not an immediate meal ticket, I was packing plastic limbs in an orthopaedic factory in Oxford and wondering what I was going to do with the future. Two things were crucial. One was to have a mentor back in my university, which enabled me to go back and enter into the academic life. And the other was getting involved in the community and ultimately, as mentioned by the Vice-Chancellor earlier, getting involved in community boards, which is an enormous stimulus to contacts and new ideas and new ways of thinking. All those who have assisted you to this point, your family, your friends, your lecturers, will look forward to watching your progress and assisting you in this, and to seeing you maintain your contact and enthusiasm for matters of the mind and the intellect, and for the values that this institution embodies. All of us here tonight congratulate you on reaching one of the biggest and most challenging choices that life will present to you. We wish you good luck and congratulations. Thank you.
Acting Chancellor, we've been privileged tonight to hear from Associate Professor Margaret Siroes, one of the most influential activists in the national arts scene. She is, of course, a musicologist, one of those people who can explain why a difficult piece of music is actually better than it sounds. For our graduates, Professor Siroes provides an inspiring model, a career that combines scholarship and reflection with long periods of engagement in the public sphere. Professor Siroes demonstrates that it is possible to draw on theory to inform practice, to use academic knowledge in ways that make a difference to public policy. She has dedicated time both to her studies in musicology and to leading by argument and example, first in Western Australia and now nationally. It is rare to find this combination of academic rigour with the practice of arts administration, yet it is something we need to see more often. Margaret, not just your words to graduates, but the path you have created show how the arts and business, arts, education and economy meld together. Your career illustrates what it might mean to be a knowledge worker in a world without jobs for life or fixed retirement. We are all heartened by your call, not just to make arts and community part of life, but to think about careers that continue to intersect with universities as knowledge is refreshed, expanded, criticised or simply validated. Associate Professor Siroes, you do us great honour by addressing this graduation tonight. I know that our graduates, their families and friends will want to join in with me in acknowledging your speech, but also your great contribution to the arts over many years.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the music begins, please rise and remain standing as the staff and dais party, along with the graduates, retire.